Hey guys, this is Tarot with Kittens Weights and Tarot, and today we're out at my lovely property to be able to bring you this November 2022 reading for all you Earth signs out there. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, this is for you. So normally I like to do a live chat for the monthly readings, but since we're in the middle of building our homestead out here, I decided to do a pre-recorded video. But let's go ahead and jump into this. So I have my Wally's World Oracle here. The link for that is down below in case you're interested. But I like to look to this Oracle to figure out what the theme is going to be for our month. So for all our Earth signs out there, let's see what the theme for November 2022 has cooked up for you. I cracked myself up. Okay, so looks like we have our card. Wally hath spoken. Sorry, I just had to keep everything from rolling down the hill. All right, so this beautiful card here was actually taken outside my window when I used to live in California, and the clouds were actually purple, which I don't know what happened that day to create a purple sky, but let me dive into this. Okay. So the theme for this month for all Earth signs is all about working on unclouding that crown chakra. If you feel maybe a little blocked when it comes to your intuition, getting downloads, talking to your higher self, let's see what's possibly blocking that crown chakra and why this is going to be our focus for this month. But really get this declouding, getting all that muck out of the way so we can get that clear, pure connection, which we're all able to do. Okay, so I'm going to put my little theme card there so I can take a look at it. And I have my Herb Crafters Tarot here, and I'm going to pull a few cards, and this one will be for all Earth signs, and then we'll get to the individual signs. All right, so let's see, what does November 2022 have cooked up for the Earth signs? All right, there's card one. Boop, 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 boop. There's card two. Okay, I guess that's going to be card three. Well, that's just how it's going to be. All right, let me put these cards here. Okay. Okay, let's see what we have. Ooh, we have the Hermit. And actually, I was just talking about the Hermit. We didn't get the Hermit card, but it's a Hermit type energy for fire signs. So if you have fire somewhere in your chart, I highly recommend checking out the fire signs reading. But we have Usanea, the Hermit. We have St. John's Wort, the Sun. All right, so a couple of majors there. And then we have Four of Fire, which is the Four of Wands, Elder. And I love working with Elder, actually. It's especially for when you are sick. Elderberry, it's the best. All right, so the Hermit, the Sun, and Four of Fire. Let's dive into this one. I'm interested. Okay, Earth signs. Okay, this is it's a very similar message, but not the same message as with the fire signs. So like I said, if you do have a bit of fire in your chart, then this is going to correlate with the fire signs reading. But I see one major shadow that a lot of the Earth signs are going to be working on is being okay with yourself. Being just fine with yourself. What do I mean by that? Not relying on distractions to keep you from working on the things that make you feel okay with yourself. You know, so it's maybe watching a plethora of YouTube videos. Maybe it's pouring your money into lots of little things like, oh, if I buy more crystals, which are meant for healing purposes, but instead buying them just so I can have beautiful shiny things to distract me from my actual healing. Or maybe it's going out and hanging out with my friends. Yes, I like to hang out with my friends, but maybe so you can always have somebody around you, so you never have to sit in that silence with yourself, so you don't have to sit and listen to your own thoughts. And if you find that that's disturbing for you, to sit within yourself and being comfortable with yourself, and that those thoughts are disturbing, what makes them disturbing, and what side of the spectrum are those thoughts coming from? Are they coming from the ego side of the spectrum? Are they coming from your higher self side of the spectrum? Because I highly doubt that anything that your higher self is trying to tell you is going to disturb you. If anything, it's going to light you up, it's going to empower you, and it's going to direct you towards healing. If something is in there helping to create fear, anxiety, tension, having you look over your shoulder and this and that, then that's probably stemming from the ego. And this means that it's time for some major healing to take place. Whoa. And before I move forward, I just want to say a mega spirit energy just walked up right behind me. Totally benign though. It's just one of the, we have a lot of natives that used to be in this area. So I think he's just watching for right now. So you can see he's squatting off to the side. So this is definitely that solar plexus energy for all of our earth signs out there. This is going within and refining your power, the power to be fine, to be okay with you, and finding all the things that make you feel anxious or fearful. What are those things that are keeping you from feeling okay? So we're going to rework and restabilize that foundation, hence the four of fire there. So that's interesting. I can't wait to see what, when we look into the individual signs, how we can incorporate this. So definitely taking a look into, yeah, what's making you want to distract yourself from you, because you are an awesome person. So why on earth would you want to be away from yourself? Okay, so I have my little bag of runes here. Let's see, who can we take a look at for sun, moon, rising? Taurus. You know what? One of my good friends, he is a Taurus. And I would say, except for maybe one of his sons, the whole family is earth sign. Which I think is hilarious because I don't have any in my chart. That's probably why he's my best friend. Okay. Okay, interesting. So I pulled Thurisaz, which is the exact same first rune that I pulled for Leo for the fire signs. So if you are a Taurus and you have some Leo in your chart, maybe there's a correlation there, but let's find out. Okay, Taurus, what I'm getting from this particular rune is being a little too extra. So, what? So for the general read, we're talking about this is trying to find or eliminate all of your distractions, everything that's keeping you from listening to your heart, to yourself, and then going in and maybe working on healing portions of the self that make you feel afraid of being alone with yourself and your thoughts. And Taurus, this is a little bit of advice to, you don't have to work hard. Like, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be sweating. You don't have to be, like, oh my gosh, this is going to take, all of this and I have to clear my schedule so that I can work on this shadow. It's more like little bits here and there. And it's just perspective changes, changing of a mindset, more than it is, heavy lifting. I don't know if you're thinking that this is going to be some sort of gym session that you're going to be doing where you're like working your muscles and sweating and grunting. That's not the type of shadow work we're really talking about here. It's more of a quiet reflection and going inward. Okay, so that's something that's creating some anxiety within myself. Okay, I'm gonna work on that bit by bit. And then, maybe spend 10 minutes there. And then as I go about my day, the rest of the day or the next day, I want to see kind of throughout the day where this shadow is actually integrating itself. Oh, okay. So then it's like, aha moments. And so see, it doesn't have to be super forceful. So Taurus, if you feel like you're really like, man, like F this ego. Okay. It doesn't have to be that forceful. Okay. So let's take a look into Virgo. Actually, my mom is Virgo. My best friend's wife is Virgo. Let's take a look here. All right, so we have our little divination rune. It's almost like a little divining rod. So let's dive into this one. Okay. All right. So remember that I said the theme was all about declouding that crown chakra. And one way that we decloud that crown chakra is to make sure that our foundation is there, where we are feeling safe within the self, comfortable within the self, because if we're not feeling comfortable, we definitely can't, allow a clear channel for messages to come in from our higher guidance. And so, Virgo, this is all about, as you're going inwards, trying to look into the various ways your intuition has shifted and changed. Because as we grow older, our, we start to look different on the outside. That means that the things that we do also shift and change. That means that the way we receive messages also shifts and change. So if you feel like the way that you used to receive messages, like, oh, I used to always get messages in my dreams, but I'm not getting them in my dreams anymore, it doesn't mean necessarily that they've shut off. It means that they're appearing to you in a different format. So this is all about going within and asking your higher self, okay, I know that I'm receiving messages, because I'm a human being and I have a higher self, and, so that's just the way it works. How am I receiving messages now that I may not be, making myself aware of? And so this is all about getting reacquainted with the new shifts and changes within your own divination system within the self. All right. So hello Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's see what we have for you. Oh, we have the weird rune. So it's blank actually, which means it's up to fate. It's up to the stars. Star-crossed lovers. All right. So let's go into this one. Capricorn, spending a little bit too much time focused on the future. So worried about what the future is going to bring that you lose sight of the present and all the wonderful things that are right here in front of you, all the learning opportunities, the way your intuition has shifted and changed, being able to reflect upon where you've come from, being able to look at all the choices, both positive and negative. Not saying that negative choices are bad, it's just learning experiences and how they've led you to this current point. But if we're so focused ahead of us, then we're going to get tripped up in the present. Just like if you were out walking around and you never happen to look down at the ground and see where you're placing your feet, right? Foot placement. You got to be present for that. Otherwise, you're going to trip, especially in a beautiful place like this with all of these rocks. If I'm not fully present, I'm going to fall and break my neck. If I'm focused way over there, it's just not going to happen. So Capricorn, get your head out of the future and bring it back to the present, because it's in the present that you create the future that you want, not from the future on back. Okay? So let's take a look at opportunities and blocks, a possible opportunity and a possible block. What's nice about seeing blockages is that we can see how we can transmute them, how we can overcome them. Whoops, too many cards there. Okay, I guess those are just going to be our cards because I think they both popped out again. Okay, so possible blockage, we have trader, exchange energy to create abundance. All right, so for all of my earth signs out there, if you are trying to bring in something, as we always are, we're trying to bring in more abundance of whatever kind that may be, trying to bring in, from me, I'm trying to bring in our homestead, get everything all set up. You need to look at what type of exchange of energy you are doing in order to bring forth the thing that you're trying to bring into fruition, because things that you want are already there. They're already there. My homestead, it's already set up. It's already there. I mean, presently, is it already all set up? No, it's not. But I know energetically, it's perfect. It's already set up. What I'm trying to do, and what you guys will try to do, is figure out what energy exchange do I want to put myself in, or can I put myself in order to get myself in alignment with the thing that I want? So if you are focused on money and looking at currency as a form of energy exchange, and you're putting all your energy and time into that form of exchange in order to get what you want, but you're finding that things are a little difficult, then maybe that's not the focus of where your energy exchange should be. Yes, in a 3D world, money will get you things, but we also forget that this isn't the only world that exists. There's a lot going on beyond the layers here. And so we want to tap into that magic and the magic that is us in order to get us what we want. All right. So this is a time for taking a look at your energetic exchanges and what's going to put you on the path for the abundance, for the house, for the car, for starting a family, for whatever it may be. All right. Let's take a look at a possible opportunity. We have the Traveler move in a new direction. And you know what just popped into my head? There was an episode actually called The Traveler on Star Trek The Next Generation. Hello, Trekkie fans. And the Traveler is this like multi-dimensional being, and he pops in because he sees something in Wesley Crusher where Wesley's ready for some outside the 3D box thinking. And so, you know, Wesley's ready for stuff of that nature. So let's see, because I actually believe that what's popping into my head now is part of that message. So all right. So there are some opportunities that I believe it's actually connected to that blockage card, where when we stop focusing on there only being one form of energetic exchange that will get us the thing they want. Let's say money. Like, the only way I can get the homestead of my dreams is through money. And I'm having a hard time with that. Or let's say my money is running out. And I don't see any other way that's going to happen. But if I release that notion and I say instead, higher self, universe, show me a different form or all the different ways of energetic exchange that I could be open to, or, will present themselves, and I'll put myself on that timeline. And when we do that, when we open our awareness in that way, your consciousness in that way, you're allowing yourself the opportunity to navigate and travel through this 3D world in a way that would seem impossible to a only 3D minded human being. So things that are deemed a miracle or, wow, that was impossible, those opportunities are going to start presenting themselves to you. And no, they're not miracles. No, they're not impossibilities. It's just a way of using the energy that's already around us that in a 3D sense is impossible to see. But we want to see beyond the 3D. We want to open our 4, 5D eyes and above. All right. So those opportunities are going to start presenting you, but they can only present themselves through understanding your blockages. How cool is that? All right. So lots of wonderful things cooked up for you Earth signs out there. I hope that you have a wonderful November 2022. If you're going to be celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope that you have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family. If anybody else is just gathering with family and friends in November, I hope that you have a wonderful time. I hope that the incoming winter season is a delightful one for you as you go inwards. And that's it for me, spiritual homies. All of my other information is down below if you want to check out my other readings and things that I offer. Maybe check out Desert Cauldron, maybe my newsletter. And I want to thank all of my patrons and all of my YouTube members. Without you, none of this would be possible. All right, so I will catch you spiritual homies later. All right, peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.